Hello and a very warm welcome to Slovenia. We are here in Kranjska Gora. The snow continues to fall this afternoon. It's caused a nightmare for our men's slalom skiers already this morning in run 1. More of that to come ahead of run number 2. Before we get into this afternoon's action though, we're going to take a little look back at what happened yesterday. The conditions were so much kinder for the women's giant slalom, and here are the highlights of day number 2. Our first gold medalists of the day, guys. A huge congratulations. You've been world champion before, you've been Paralympic champion before. What does this medal mean to you?
Yeah, we're very happy, excited actually about it. Each race for us is something new. It's something we very much look forward to, and it's pretty much a new challenge. So for us, I mean, being able to repeat it and winning gold, it's a brand new excitement, but feels great.
And it never gets old being world champions, right?
Exactly, że nigdy się to nie zanuje. Exactly.
Guys, huge congratulations. Best luck for the rest of the week. Joined now by Marie Boucher. Marie, a huge congratulations. Another gold medal for your collection. It never gets boring, does it? It never gets easier either.
It's never easy. It's always a new battle, a new race, and every time I think I don't work enough and I'm not too ready to fight with the girls, because every time I think she progresses more than me, and every time it's very difficult. I promise it's a big battle with me, with myself, and I'm very happy.
Well, what a wonderful day it was yesterday from Marie Boucher, Henrietta Farkasova, and the Japanese sit-skier Muraoka as well. Superb gold medals for each of our 3 Paralympic champions who've continued to be magnificent at this World Championships. They go again tomorrow in their slalom event here in Kranjska Gora. Today, though, is the turn of the men in the slalom. As you can see, the conditions are really unkind for them. We've had plenty of crashes out this morning, plenty of DNFs, but we've had plenty of really brave skiing as well, and it's made for some fantastic racing. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Get yourselves comfortable, put the kettle on, and make sure you watch this run 2. This is where we give away our gold medals. This is where we crown our world champions against all odds in these conditions. Here's what happened a little bit earlier on run number 1. Well, what a fantastic early morning it was. Run number 1 saw thrills, spills, so much action, and anything is possible in this second run. We have Paralympic champions, world champions, all going again against these conditions. They're not just racing each other this afternoon, they are racing this weather. It is tough out here, but they are giving it absolutely everything to be crowned a world champion once again. You can get in touch with us on the stream, hashtag Paralpine, and use the social media channels at Paralpine on Instagram, Twitter and on Facebook as well to get in touch with us and for more exclusive clips and exclusive interviews as well. The weather is still coming down, but that's not going to stop them. It's time to find out who are going to be our men's slalom world champions in the sitting, standing and VI. It's time to hand over to our commentator, Alan March.
A big thank you to Stephen Jameson there. Welcome. We are indeed hillside. We are indeed getting covered in snow. I am indeed Alan March. Thank you for joining us on day 3 of the World Para-Alpine Skiing Championships. Look at just what you can do dead easy. Dead easy. Don't show any personal information. He's going to order a pizza next. Hashtag Kranjska Gora 2019. If you want to get in touch with us, you can see what the weather's like. We put this up for you just so you know, but the weather is A, cold, B, snowing, C, cold again. So that's all you need to know about the weather out here in Kranjska Gora at the moment. As for where we are, well, it gives you a better insight into just what these conditions are. The Podkoren 3 course, again, just under 300 metres in drop, or 200 metres in drop, a 547 metre course. And this one has been set with 60 gates, just as this morning's was as well. Three golds to give away, 3 world champions to crown. The men's vision impaired athletes will go first. The standing and the sitting must wait. And that is the running order for our first competition here on the second session in Kranjska Gora for these world championships. Mizdanak will start. Jakub Krako will go last. Krako went first this morning, set the first time of the day, and no other VI skier was able to get past him. This is Damir Mizdarak from Croatia. 27-year-old from Zagreb. He raced in both the World Cup events only last week. So away goes Damir Mizdarak with his guide. Brand new for the season, Ria Mikulic. Mizdarak, blue helmet, Ria Mikulic, pink helmet. She takes over from Luka Debeljak, who was Damir's guide. Luka is actually here at the bottom of the mountain supporting this time, but he has a different role for the Croatian Skiing Federation now, and it means that he can't spend the time that he needs now. Damir is going to try and get back up to the gate here. Ria Mikulic just waiting for him. The officials will take a look at whether he's managed that or not. So, Mizdarak heading to the bottom here. Sure his commitment and drive to make sure he got back up and to the gate that he thought he'd missed and go again. He and Ria have got to the bottom.
2:29.81. That is the time.
2:29.91. The official time. Next up is the Australian Patrick Jensen. Just to have Laura Falk as the guide. It's now Sally Orford. I mentioned this morning during the first run just how close these two like to be. Each of our VI skiers is very much different in their approach. He's just being dragged back with his left arm a moment ago, but managing to keep the momentum and shift the body weight forwards. Really low through a couple of these turns. Jensen keeps on going, came 9th in the giant slalom on the opening day. Oh, that's a big slide to slow him down. Real contrast in conditions for the athletes here. First 2 days was beautiful sunshine. There hadn't been any snow, so it was a real quick course, a lot of icy patches. Now it's very different.
Next one, Kevin Burton.
It's been snowing constantly for some 15, 16 hours now. This is Kevin Burton from the United States. 6-year-old from Denver. Grimmelman, another new guide on offering. That's 3 new guides for our opening 3 skiers in this event. He's inside Jensen's time so far. DNF'd, so too did Mizrak on the opening day. But at the moment, on course to go to the top of the leaderboard for now. He does just that, 0.44, 2:16.02 for Kevin Burton from the USA. Renaud Morgenfurt with his guide Christoph Meiner. Again, instructions given by the guide through the headset. Bluetooth enabling clarity and clear instructions by the guides. Both skier and guide have themselves a microphone, so very often they'll talk back to each other. Majoritively it's about the skier listening, following the instructions given by the guide. The skier themselves then coping with their impairment to get them through. 2:03.81. Morgenfurt goes to the top of the leaderboard. This is young Thomas Savard, Frenchman, with a huge opportunity to find a medal. Came 7th on the opening day. Only a 17-year-old, and his guide, Cohan Lamé, find the right line to propel themselves up the leaderboard, staying on the course. It's a huge part of that. 4.23 seconds quicker than the Austrian. distance and the difference here between Savard's guide and take Patrick Jensen's for comparison, if you like. Savard happy that his guide is away, follows the instructions and does it neatly. 1:58.78. Thomas Savard, with only 4 more to come, is at the top of the leaderboard. We had 3 DNFs and a disqualification this morning, so Savard just stand and wait. This is Josef Lahner, 36-year-old Austrian, new to the circuit. He and his guide Franz Erharter have only been together for about a year. Took a bronze on their World Cup day, on their World Championship debut. Can they go better than that? Can they get another medal here in their second day of action? Don't forget, Alpine on all the social media channels if you want to get hold of some extra content away from the live stream. But here on the live stream, Lahner trying to stay ahead of Savard. He's dropped time. Has he found something extra in this bottom section? Oh, 5/100ths of a second. Josef Lahner stays in contention for a medal. Paralympic champion has found himself in 3rd position going into the second run of the slalom. Winner of the giant slalom and the slalom events, Chang, to settle for second on the opening day. The man that beat him that day was Marek Kubacka, and he was disqualified this morning for straddling a gate. Bertagnoli had his own incidents. He sits in 3rd at the start of this run. And the Paralympic champion come up with something that is good enough to take the title. He's inside Lahner. It's moved up to 2 seconds now for Bertagnoli. Fabrizio Casal is his guide. These two are quick, and again, not too much distance between them, and just weaving his way and weaving his magic to get across the line. He's stretched that to 3.3, 1:55.43 now for Haraeus or Krakow to take the title. Well, these Kranjska Gora slopes have seen Slovakian success in the VI category already. Okasova taking the women's giant slalom title on day 2. Can Haraeus give Slovakia a men's title on day 3 to match the one that Kubacka got on day 1? It's all about the Slovakian slopes at the moment. It's looking very positive. Miroslav Haraeus was 1-6 up. And has struggled through that second section. Bertagnoli will be praying that there is another mistake from Haraeus, who gets sideways there. Momentum being lost by the Slovakian. Has he got enough to get to the line in front? No. Bertagnoli stays top. Giacomo Bertagnoli leads. Jakub Krakow, leader after the first run. had 2.7 seconds on Bertagnoli at the beginning of the second run. One mistake, he might be all right. Two mistakes, and we could be in for a very tight finish indeed. At the moment, it's all very, very smooth for Jakub Krakau. The gap is just 0.69, but he is in front. Krakau and guide Boleslav Brosman. Doing what they can to stay ahead. 3.18 now. It's all about steady and keeping it calm. And Slovakia are looking like taking their third gold in the first 3 days of these World Para-Alpine Skiing Championships. Krakau to the line. 1.83 inside Bertagnoli. It's 2 silvers for the Italian, but it's gold for Jakub Krakau here in the slalom. So that is the final standings. Isdrak Jensen, Burton, Muggenfurt, Savard, Lana just missing out on a second medal, Joseph Lana. But it's Herreros in third position. He'll be disappointed to have lost a gap that he had over Giacomo Bertagnoli going into this second run, but wasn't to be for Miroslav Herreros. Giacomo Bertagnoli, well, the Paralympic champion, doesn't win the world title once again. It was Matt Marcoux that beat him in 2017. This time round, Jakub Krakau becomes the third Slovakian gold medal winner. He matches Kubacka from day one. Bertagnoli in the familiar position of second. Krakau with a cracker on day 3.
Okay, guys, that'd be awesome. I'm going to stand next to you here. Okay, guys, once we go live, please stay there and don't come across. Thank you.
So we'll be going over to her from Jakub Krakau in just a second. He's with Stephen Jameson.
Jakub, a huge congratulations. You are a world champion. How does that sound?
It's really good sound. I think we make a lot of all what we can on the slope. I think it was a really good run. So I'm really happy that we get it. And after 8 years, it was really long time.
And for sure, the conditions here are very tough. How was it on the slope for you?
I think the slope was really hard, and the course was really pretty set. And so that snowing doesn't matter because I see just my guide and I try to follow him. So,
if anything, does it make it a little bit more straightforward for you? Just concentrate on one thing?
That's right. Yeah, you have to be concentrated and go on. So we get it.
Look, big congratulations. You are our world champions. Ladies and gentlemen, it's back to Alan.
There you go. Some of the VI guys will tell you that the snow does matter. It does make a difference. Jakub Krakau says that he just concentrates on his guide and gets on with it, and that's just what you want. Jordan Brosan is first to go. James Whitley, Martin Wirtz to come as well. Arthur Barchet at the bottom of that list is the current leader. Thomas Walsh will be desperately annoyed that he is right at the other end of proceedings. 1:18.06, 20 odd seconds back when he crossed the line earlier on, and that was because he missed a few gates. Managed to get himself back onto the course and round. He was more desperate to finish than you can imagine. The smiles at the bottom of the slopes as we look on and wait for the men's standing event to get underway. As you can see, the snow is relentless. But the hardcore of the spectators are still with us. Don't forget, this World Championships is a joint effort both Kranjska Gora and Slalom of Italy, who will host the next set of races at the beginning of next week. Goran Brosan starts the men's standing event now. A 5-year-old. Motorcycle accident back in 2009, meaning an amputation of his left leg. Also damaged the nerves in his left shoulder as well. There's a huge French flag at the bottom of the hill. Brosan looks like he's going to make it to the bottom unscathed, and he does, just outside the 2-minute mark. 2:00.94. James Whitley, Great Britain. Plenty of experience, James, now. This is his 3rd World Championships. Always striving to do better. He's doing better than Brosan at the moment. 7th place finish in the slalom in Tarvisio, his best ever performance at a major event. He got 10th at the slalom in Pyeongchang. Match that with the downhill performance as well. And he's opening up a lead over Brosan. Well, the only thing you can do in this sport is get to the bottom as quick as possible and wait and see. Level, quite a high level of DNFs, did not finish in this sport, which means if you can get over the line, you've got a chance. 1:58.62 for James Whitley. Martin Wirtz now. 10th place finish on the opening day in the giant slalom. Years old. His left hand amputated at the age of 13, an incident with a firework. He's 1.15 seconds ahead of the Brit. Looking comfortable though. No issues. And Wirtz gets across. 1.12.
15th place right now by Martin
Wirtz goes to the top of the leaderboard and by a second or so. Again, you can get in touch with us using the @Paralpine handle, Twitter, Facebook or Instagram. If you want to hear from you. Robin Kusch up next. And the 20-year-old from Neuchâtel find his way through the course quick enough to displace Martin Wirtz. Oh, a little off balance. Robin having to really fight.
Fighting with a slope. He was behind on the first intermediate and coming on to the second one.
Can
Before
he
the finish line.
claw back that time he lost earlier on as he gets to the line? Oh, he doesn't quite. 1/10 of a second. You can see just holding his right arm. He got right out of balance and clearly something hurts. So Martin Wirtz stays top of the leaderboard after 4 athletes have gone. This is Martin Frantze from Slovakia. Extremely experienced and often unlucky when it comes to the medals. 34-year-old. I mentioned earlier, this is his 7th World Championships, Martin. Can he top all the other Martin? Nearly 2 seconds quicker already. This is good from Frantze. His last World Championship medal came back in the 2009 downhill.
But now he has to navigate the tricky part.
He's 2.5 seconds up now on Wirtz. Into this bottom section then, how much of a lead can he put in? That's a great run. 2.66 from Martin Frantze is the difference. 154.84. One of our single leg skiers and one of our surprises maybe. This is Ulfarsson from Iceland, a winner on the World Cup circuit. Iceland's first ever para or able-bodied World Cup winner.
Really good first run. Let's see if he can match his
Can he
performance here.
come up with the goods to pick up a medal at the World Championships? He's in front. The 18-year-old has the lead. Gorley, Lindström, Fiel and Bochet still to come
He is winning against
in the top 10 rank.
from Slovakia.
Ulfarsson just has to put in a shift, get himself at the top and see what happens. He's dropped 1/10 of a second in the second phase. But this is good. Ulfarsson looking to make history for Iceland. 1:31 in front. 1:53.53 is the time for Hilmar Ulfarsson.
For him.
Let's go!
27 years old now, Mix Gorley. Still has all the enthusiasm that he showed a decade ago at his first World Championships. Nothing higher than 19th that year. He's gone on to do much, much better. These are his 5th World Championships. He will never, ever forget winning the Super Combined in Tarvisio. A huge smile from the Australian. Much liked on the circuit.
Into this final part of the pitch.
He's inside Ulfarsson in the first intermediate. Part of the Australian team that was growing out their beards and then shaved them all off to leave moustaches. Well,
Is it going to be Mitch Gorley or Hilmar Ulfarsson?
doesn't matter how he looks, it's how he skis. And Gorley into the final section. Can he get to the front? Oh, 0.28. Mitch Gorley is at the top with 3 of the top 10 to come. He's done all he can do. You can see there he's saying, I don't know, is he good enough? Who knows? One mistake and Gorley will have a medal. Is it good enough for gold? Probably not from there. Aaron Lindström. He really is a talent, and it's about finding the speed that Lindstrom's definitely got. One of those athletes with a factor time of 100%, so his calculation pretty easy. It matches what he does, and there is the mistake we talked about. The youngster upended, which means Gorley will take a medal. And Lindstrom with a big fall, but he's got back up and carrying on. But he is 10 seconds behind in the intermediate. And a bit like Walsh earlier on, he's just desperate to finish and he can't. And he is so angry. I hope he's okay. It's, well, see what it means? That's just what it means. Out goes Lindstrom. Thomas Field had a good time at recent World Cups as well. Lindstrom joins the list that went out in the first round. We lost 6 in the first round. Lindstrom becomes only the first to go in this second run. And Thomas Field displaced Fitzgorley. This is very steady from Thomas Field. Lovely style from the Swiss athlete. 143 up on Gorley. So Thomas Field, 191 up. No mistakes here, and he goes to the top with just Barchet to come, who really should be the only person to stop him, and across the line he comes. It's a great performance. Thomas Field is top, 2:07 quicker than Gorley. And that lead time, 1:51.18. The outstanding Arthur Barchet. Silver during the Paralympic Games, but he is the reigning world champion. He has to put in a good run to stand a chance of maintaining that title. Smooth so far. We've seen Lindstrom have a problem. No such issues so far for Arthur Barchet. He doesn't make many mistakes, and look at the time difference, 5.58. Barchet is marauding through the gates at some speed. 6.78 seconds now. The French flag at the bottom of the hill is waiting. The gold at the bottom of the hill is waiting. And the status of legendary Alpine skier is just something that is waiting as well, because this young man is sensational. What a performance, what a run from Arthur Barchet. It is world title again here in Kranjska Gora, and Arthur Barchet was flying. Well, we'll hear from Barchet in a couple of moments, I would imagine. We'll look back up at the weather conditions. We can look back up at the standings after the fastest 10 have been. Barchet, 1:43.71. Remember, these are provisional results. There is a protest period that we have to see out in the sport, but Barchet shouldn't be caught from here. Thomas Field settles for second, not just settling. What a performance from Barchet. Mitch Gorley will be delighted to get another World Championship medal. Varson just missing out. Aaron Lindstrom will be livid, as we saw, driving his ski pole into the ground in frustration. So let's go and hear from.
And Arthur Bochet, 2 in 2. You are absolutely ecstatic with number 1. How does number 2 feel?
The number 2 was really difficult. It's a long slope, really, and in the last part, I was, you can do it, and I saw the red line in the snow. I say, it's here. When you can't stop behind this line, and I did it again.
You certainly did. And talk to me a little bit about the conditions in the course today, because it's been snowing so hard. We know Alpine is tough enough as it is. How did you find it up there?
Yeah, it's snowy today, but the snow condition is good there. The snow is really hard, and we love skiing on that, and yeah. Oh, it's magic again.
Magic again. Now, you summed it up perfectly, ladies and gentlemen. You're world champion once again, Arthur Bochet.
He just never stopped smiling, does he, Arthur Bochet? He is enjoying life on the slopes, and you sometimes forget that he's just 18 years old, double world champion already. Marie Bochet is already recognised as a legend of para-alpine skiing. This young man is very much on course to joining her in that status. Smooth, it's quick, it's great to watch, isn't it? There's still more men's standing athletes to come. The format of the sport is to have the fastest 10. Spencer Wood would have to be very quick to displace Arthur Bochet. A man who enjoyed a podium finish in Zagreb on his birthday last week. 21-year-old from Pittsfield, Spencer Wood, gets this competition back up and running. Hemiplegia, or paralysis if you like, on the right side of the body. Enjoys being on the skis, he says. That's where he feels the freest. That's where he feels like he doesn't have an impairment. He's just out there doing something he loves. Had his head shaved by teammate Thomas Walsh during that World Cup in Zagreb. Yeah, he's looking to shave some time off and finish as high as he can on the leaderboard. Walsh gets across the line. 158.64 moves him into 9th position. He punches the air. He's delighted with that one. Nico Biancic from Austria now. One-year-old Nico. 3rd World Championships for him already. We've said many a time, the sport doesn't really have any boundaries for age. You have to be 16 to compete here. But we get plenty of youngsters, and the fact that this is his 3rd World Championships already goes to show how young he was when he started. Biancic gets across the line cleanly. This is Davide Bendotti. Like Orvarsson from Iceland, one of our single leg skiers. Mentioned this morning it was tough in the first run. We lost 6 athletes altogether 2 via disqualification, 4 failed to finish. Only Lindström so far has not managed to get across the line. But Bendotti working hard to get that ski the right side of each of the gates. And he finishes 19.71 seconds back. 2:03.42 for Davide Bendotti. This is the singular Andorran athlete here, Roger Puig-Davy. Limited amount of success on the Europa Cup circuit. Finds it a little tougher to compete on the world stage. Oh, and Davy just coming to a halt nearly, but managed to keep on going. And that will be his desire to make sure he gets to the finish. 2:02.55. He goes into 12th position ahead of Bendotti. Koei Takahashi, bib number 31, just the use of the ski pole in the left hand. Japanese skier fighting his way through this bottom section. And out goes Takahashi. Came 17th on day 1. He's not going to finish here on day 2. This is Manuel Baudin. The lower part of his right leg amputated in 2017 after a shark attack whilst surfing. So he's very, very new to the circuit, something they can work with. Enjoys the thrill of sport, so Manuel gets a World Championship finish. Went out yesterday in the very first run. He's managed to get 2 back-to-back runs together to complete here. Nilsson Grasto came 22nd on day 1. He'll also be looking to continue his run of completing both runs. Norwegian, just 17. We'll see a fair amount of this youngster on the World Cup circuit this season. He and Jesper Pedersen travelling together. 2:14.88 for Markus Nilsson Grasto. Pawlikowski. Just the use of the ski pole in the right hand. Pawlikowski.
Final ranking on the World Championships is crossing the finish line 2:21.21, 16th place.
Raises his arms in the air, 2:21.21, puts him in 16th. So no more to come. Thomas Walsh was scheduled to go at the end of the men's standing, but that is now a DNS, does not start. Well, Artur Balchet takes the title in the men's standing event. So Balchet in a time of 1:43.71, Thomas Phil 1:51.18, Mitch Gawley 1:53.25. So away we go with the men's sitting. Floris Meyer, the first of the Dutch athletes to go, just adjusting his goggles and helmet.
Floris Meyer.
Can Meyer find enough time to affect the standings? There are only 12 left in the men's sitting, so finishing was an issue this morning. Not for Floris Meyer in this second run though. 2:14.82.
First place for him. As the fans now wait.
This is Jone Slivnik. They were out in force this morning. They're back again. The Slovenians trying to will on Jone. Ladies World Cup debut here on the slopes that he trains on. Last season went off to Pyeongchang after that and competed. An experience he will never forget. And the 18-year-old will only get quicker, using all of these big events as experience. Certainly brought out a crowd with him as the snow gets a little heavier and continues to fall. Oh, and he's got sideways, but has managed to rescue it. And those at the bottom of the mountain are willing him down, willing him through every gate here. Jone is going to be behind Floris Meyer, despite finishing in front of him at the beginning of the end of the first run. He has got to the bottom. 2:17.59. Lots of big smiles at the bottom of the hill for him. Roman Rabel. Seven-year-old Austrian, 5.5, or nearly 5.5 seconds up on Floris Meyer, so good start. This is a 5th World Championships for Roman. Silver medalist back in 2015 in the downhill and the super combined. And Rabel stretched his lead over Floris Meyer. Rabel just a little slower in this bottom section, it would appear. We'll see if that has a big impact, but he's neatly through the bottom set. of gates and 2:07.18. That's a good run from Roman Rabel. Some 7 seconds or so in front of our old leader Floris Meyer. Meyer will drop into second. Rabel came 9th on the opening day. This is Alex Cairns from Canada. A 26-year-old, born in Vancouver. He's down on Rabel. How good was the Austrian's run? Can Cairns recover the drop of just over 0.2 of a second? It's looking like no here. He's dropping even more. 1:87. Rabel's run is looking very, very good.
And it's a mistake for Cairns. He keeps on going.
10th place finish in Pyeongchang for Alex Cairns. .207 has gone. Cairns has really dropped some time in the bottom section as well. And in fact, 5.09 is the difference between he and Roman Rabel. Taiki Mori from Japan. The 38-year-old. Mentioned this morning he's taken up para powerlifting as well, with every intention of making it to Tokyo 2020. He is a busy and fit man, is Taiki Mori, aiming to represent his nation in the Summer Games, as he has done in 4 Winter Games already. I think it's took him 4 Winter Games to realise it's warmer at the Summer Paralympics, maybe. He's certainly ahead here. This is good from Mori. On his day, he is very much capable of great things. Has never got a gold since 2011. In fact, only 2013 at the World Championships in the Giant Slalom. That's a good performance, though. 5.35. Shakes his head a little. Marcus Ratterhofer is out. Well, we saw him starting, and now we see him sitting at the side, trying to understand where it's all gone wrong. Marcus Ratterhofer is gone. Takeshi Suzuki waits the battle for bronze here. The fastest 4 still to come. Suzuki to stake a claim for a medal. We lost 8 skiers this morning in the first run. Ratterhofer becomes just the first casualty of the second run. Suzuki is inside Mori's time. Japan will be 1 and 2 with 3 to come. Can they take 1, maybe 2 medals? Again, that chainmail look on the front of Takeshi Suzuki's very distinctive monoski. The 30-year-old is just inside Mori. He's lost a lot of time here. He needs to find some speed in this bottom section to go to the top, or is Taiki Mori staying there? Oh, he is! Suzuki goes behind his compatriot. Igor Sikorski, Poland's quick skier on his day. He's right up there, and that is why he went into this second run in third position. There is a gap between third and the battle for first and second, but at the moment, Morley has thrown his hat into the ring and now sits top. Sikorsky 125.82, he's inside that, but we saw Takeshi Suzuki get inside Mori's intermediate time 1. It's the second session and the bottom session where Mori has excelled. Sikorsky, having felt unwell during the World Cup in Zagreb, just gets a little bogged down there, and he's really had to slow for this one. So another chance for Mori. He was 2.65 ahead. Campol and Sikorsky get his momentum back and his speed back. Got to follow the right line. 2:01.83 is what he's looking to try and beat. And he'll do that. 1:59.11. He is on the podium. What colour will it be? Jesper Pedersen, one of the 5 different winners of gold medals in Pyeongchang. Pedersen was in the giant slalom. He couldn't take that title yesterday, or day 1, sorry. Had to settle for bronze behind the 2 Dutchmen. Well, Niels de Langen has gone already in this contest. Kampschreur is to come and look very quick. But there was less than 2 seconds between Pedersen and Kampschreur. None of the Paralympic medal winners are here. Dino Sokolovic won the Paralympic title. Tyler Walker and Frederic Francois were silver and bronze. He's 4 seconds up, Pedersen. Started with a good advantage over Sikorsky. Now it's about turning the screw in this last final session. This final drop into the finish line. Can he put the pressure onto Kampschreur and offer up an unbeatable time? Through the line goes the Norwegian. He's ahead, 4.31 seconds. He's delighted. It's at least silver. Is it good enough for gold? Jeroen Kampschreur. Not often you find Jeroen Kampschreur without a smile. Similar to Arthur Barchet, he's a young man with a long, rewarding future. He's always quick. He's always committed. He's not without mistakes, but he's not at the moment. 2:23. Kampschreur looking to try and take his second gold of these World Championships already. He got 3 in Tarvisio, the slalom and the giant slalom defending champion. He's dropped a little bit, but surely that's not enough to affect him. Pedersen has put in a good time. Kampschreur is matching. He got a little bit airborne there, but if anything, it's propelled him. Oh, it's superb. Jeroen Kampschreur. It's 2 events. It's 2 golds. It's double for the Dutch, and he's delighted. Well, a bow to the camera from Jeroen Kampschreur. We'll hear from him in a matter of moments, I'm sure, but let's take a look at the final standings so far. We've got 2 more athletes to come in this one, but Jeroen Kampschreur in the top 10 has finished in first, ahead of Pedersen, ahead of Sikorsky. Taiki Mori put in a heck of a run, and he nearly got himself a medal as well at these World Championships. Ratterhofer, the only one of the first 10 not to make it down. We've still got Thomas Nolte and Nicholas Bisker-Hudson to come as well. But we'll be going down fairly shortly to hear from the man that has set the quickest time so far. 1:50, 98. He's down there with Stephen Jameson.
Here with our winner once again, same as day number 1, Jeroen Kampstra. That's 2 out of 3. We spoke on Monday, 1 out of 3. You've now done the double. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Like I said, slalom's the favorite. I see I had a great time. It was still hard, you know. It was a lot harder than the first run. It was a little slippery, but yeah, I still managed to keep working, and until the end, it was quite an experience to keep on going. You know, it was hard to keep focusing, and because there were a lot of small mistakes, but still I let the ski just go in speed. So that's it was good.
Well, we know you love to be aggressive out on the course. Was that extra tough today because of how it was out there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, slalom is fast movement, and this course was a little turnier, and the last pitch, it was really slippery, and to stay on the ski and keep your grip is hard, but I still managed to do it. So, oh man, it was an adrenaline rush.
I can tell how much you're enjoying it. That's 2 from 3. How's the confidence feeling ahead of number 3?
Oh, amazing. Yeah, of course. I mean, Super G in training it went good. Slalom it went good here. So we'll see. I'll go for gold again.
We can't wait to watch you. Congratulations once again, Jeroen Kampstra, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that was another upbeat youngster, wasn't it? So after Balchet earlier on. Now we've heard from Jeroen Kampstra, and well, the conditions out there, as he was saying, it certainly makes for an adrenaline rush. And if you're an adrenaline junkie, just like this man here, then this is what you want. Get on the snow, get down, get yourself a gold medal, and that's just what Jeroen Kampstra has done twice. As Stephen was saying to him, he's got another to get before he matches what he did in Tarvisio. With Super Combined, the giant slalom and the slalom titles all for Jeroen Kampstra that day. On his day, he is simply unbeatable, but he was the youngster once. You never know what's around the corner, but for now, Kampstra is taking all of the plaudits and seemingly all of the gold medals. 2 more athletes still to come. This is Thomas Nolte from Germany. 24-year-old who took up skiing in 1995. Bronze at the World Championships in both 2011 and 2015. Didn't compete in Tarvisio, Nolte. Did go over to Pyeongchang, but 14th in the slalom was the best he could manage. That was his 3rd Paralympic Games, having come so close in the downhill in 2010, where he came 4th in that competition. A couple of bronzes in the World Championships for him to talk about in his career. This becomes his 5th World Champs, by the way. Crowd at the bottom. There are a couple of German flags still left. A lot of people came here just to see Jürgen Slivnik, and now Kampstra has crossed the line as well. People are making their way from the venue, but enough to give Thomas Nolte a decent round of applause. That puts him 1 position ahead of Slivnik. And final athlete then is Chile's Nicolas Bisquet-Hudson. "20 years old. He's already lost a lot of pace. Saw him at the start a moment ago, but he's managed to get slowed down. Down again as he got the energy to turn back in. He's still going, he's still on the course, so Nicholas Biscuit-Hudson desperate to finish. Yes, he's round that one as well. Now he slides off to the side, and I think that might be enough for Nicholas Biscuit-Hudson. He desperately trying to get around a few of those latter gates in the run we saw, but eventually it's just too much.
For the men, we still have a girls' race tomorrow.
So there you go. Kampstra, Pedersen, Sikorsky are the medal winners here on day 3 in the men's sitting event. Their second run times added to the first. Kampstra is absolutely flying at the moment. Well done to Arthur Bauchet in the men's standing event, and it was a cracker from Krakow in the VI. That's all from the World Para-Alpine Skiing Championships here on day number 3. Once again, if you want to follow for extra content on the social media, at Para-Alpine on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. If you want to get in touch with us, leave us a message with the hashtag Kranjska Gora 2019. From myself, Alan March, and all of the team here in a very, very snowy Slovenia, goodbye.